Hey guys, what's going on? It's Talk Forest TV. We're all back. We have got Wads to my left.
Hiya, how you doing?
I'm very well. You?
Yeah, all good.
Happy New Year and Christmas to you.
Yeah, you too. Happy New Year.
Arsenal game on Sunday. I mean, it's been a while since we last played, unfortunately due to COVID and that. But obviously, with a couple of new signings as well. How do you feel going into it?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's weird because I don't think we're going to play a full strength team for a game like this. Really, I think we probably will make changes, and it's been quite a while since we played. It's been a week. So the first team has quite a few of them are rested, so they have a really long break before the Millwall one next weekend. So yeah, it's going to be good from their point of view that they get a break, and also it allows some players a chance to recover a bit more from injuries. But yeah, obviously, I mean, we've got a bit of a history now of playing Arsenal in the cup for the last
Yeah,
several years. Played them. It's over the fourth time we played them in like the last 5, 6 seasons. I mean, obviously it's great to play a team like Arsenal. We don't get to play them very often, but it's. I kind of wanted someone else if we were going to get one of the top 6 teams.
yeah,
Um, I just kind of thought, oh, there's not Arsenal or Chelsea. We have someone else, but hopefully it will be. I mean, to be honest, I don't think we'll be beating them. If we don't win, it isn't the end of the world really, because the league's the most important thing for us right now, and we can actually say that and not sound a little bit stupid because you know, like last season, we were like 17th, and we were saying the league's more important. It didn't really. We just a bonus if you win. It'd be the same here, but given the situation we're in, and I'm sure I'll mention it, just how well we're doing in the transfer window. I think we ought to be focusing on the most important thing really, which is trying to get the top 6 at the very least. But yeah, to answer your question, it's going to be different kind of game really. Good to test ourselves and hopefully try out a few of the new lads as well.
yeah. I mean, it was to show how far we came against Arsenal. I mean,
Mm.
how it was to how it's now, especially with the new signings. I mean, yeah, fair enough. The would have more
Yeah,
Davis would have had a more of a training session and would have a couple more games.
yeah,
Um, but obviously, it will show how far we have came from under Steve Cooper and how far we got to go. If that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, already been linked with this Canadian guy from Toronto, and it's just I just have never known as this ambitious, and I've seen fans older than me say the same thing. Like it's just excellent to see. You know, immediately we're on it, and we're potentially going to be getting our third signing in just 6 days, which is just so unlike Forest really, and unlike a lot of clubs. And we're being linked with players to even maybe sign next season already. The likes of that Shotton from Hearts and Jed Wallace maybe, which I mean, these are some top players, and it's just brilliant to see us going for such an ambitious kind of transfer window. And yeah, it's fantastic, really. But it's going to be an interesting game either way. Like I could see Arsenal beating us quite heavily, but I could also see us giving them a good game. Like it's going to be one of those two really. And I don't think Arsenal will go full strength either,
Mm.
especially because they've got Liverpool after us. So they're going to have that on their minds as well.
I mean, we've been quite lucky in that way because unless, let's just say the COVID games wouldn't have got pulled off, we would have been Monday, Sunday, whereas Arsenal would have been
Mm,
Tuesday, Sunday, Thursday. So either
yeah,
way, we would have had a better like set of games ran this time, which would
yeah,
have made a difference. I mean, touching upon the transfers as well. I mean, I can't remember the last time we've been dead active at the start of the transfer window. It's
yeah,
like getting the signings done earlier, then instead of waiting to like a week before it and making all like
yeah.
getting players that just rushing them.
Yeah, I mean, it's even players who already had like Spence, like it looks like he's going to be staying, and New Year's Eve I was hearing a lot of reports. Yeah, he's going back to Borough, and Wilder appeared to say that as well. But then all of a sudden, no, he's staying definitely. And now we're even hearing reports maybe that we might be able to sign him permanently. And, you know, if we were to do that, I think that's a huge statement to the rest of the league that, you know, we're not mucking about when it comes to finally trying to get promoted. And I think it really does show just how much of an impact Dane Murphy's made behind the scenes in terms of transfers and contracts and everything. And obviously Steve Cooper on the pitch, and well, not literally Steve Cooper on the pitch, but in terms of the results, you know, it's been just incredible. You know, it's non-comparable compared to this time last year. You know, we were signing Glenn Murray and Kvinovich, and obviously Garner was you know, one of the few. I mean, you know, Kvinovich was just average, I thought, and Murray was a bit of a short-term one, but obviously Garner's was fantastic. You just look at the summer, like I know it was also because we were switching Murphy over from the Greek guy, but you know, obviously it took us a bit of time to get going, and we did need a lot of work doing to the squad because we got rid of a lot of players, and we hadn't really, you know, like a week before the season, we were having to put youth players on the bench and really look at scraps really, and that was partly an issue as to why we lost the first few, but it was also just because, you know, when we did get players in, we were still terrible, obviously. But, you know, point is, we took a long time to get going. Whereas now, we just like, this has clearly been in the works for quite a few weeks. And we just thought, as soon as January hits, we'll just get on with it. And, you know, it's a great way to do it, really. Just get your business done.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is starting to show a lot more. I mean, Dave Murphy even said in the summer that it would take 2 or 3 transfer windows just to implement what he wanted. So
Yeah.
obviously it's starting to show a lot more now than it probably did in the summer. I mean, yeah, fair enough. We have got a different manager, but
Yeah.
if he's actually putting his money where his mouth is.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you look at who he's signed. I think Keenan Davis is a bit of a 50-50 one for me. I think with a lot of fans, and I think people are a little bit unsure on him. I've seen a few people quite excited, but a few questioning his record. It's not the most amazing, and you know, I'm not overly against it. I have seen Villa fans say, yeah, you know, it's things like my condolences for you having to, you know, have him, but you know, we've got to give him a chance in a red shirt at the very least. I think with the guy from Toronto, it's not really a surprise that we're going after him when you remember that Murphy's obviously played in the MLS and he scouted in the MLS as well for a bit with, I think it was Real Salt Lake in New York. Because, yeah, obviously he's going to be going back to his roots a little bit. And obviously Steve Cook, it's a bit like with Swansea. You know, I saw a few things about when Cooper was there. He had quite a young defence, which is exactly what we've got. And I think in his first transfer window, he signed Ryan Bennett, who was in his 30s. You know, a similar kind of player and age to Steve Cook. And he's done the same thing here with Cook, just to add a bit of experience and know-how to the back line. I just think it's a really smart move. It's not like he's 34, 35. He's still 30. He's got quite a while left in him, really. So I think Steve Cook's a fantastic signing. But be interesting to see how we play now, whether we go back to 3 centre-backs or I don't think Cook will be on the bench too much. But, you know, particularly players behind those three, what it means for Figueiredo. I don't know whether he's got a future with us now. Obviously, Eli's short-term, not playing a game, and could see MB maybe getting loaned out potentially. You know, probably wouldn't be a bad move. But you've got other centre backs as well. But it's great that we've got depth now in that position and good depth as well.
I would on touch up on about that, something like figure and probably like your bomb squad on that, especially with first getting these sorts of signings, you can't probably say Fid could be going. I know you've been having these personal issues. Obviously with the bomb squad as well with Bon, Genko and well, probably with them three, and then you probably will start to see hopefully that with the increments you will see outgoings. I mean, hopefully that if we're not going to be using the couple of 123s, we could be seeing them getting the loan spells that they probably need.
Yeah. I mean, I could see someone like Forner going out on loan. because he's a great player to have around. And he's not even like he's 18, 19. He's 22, and he's at an age now where he could easily be starting in a team, but he's not going to get that at Forest right now. And especially when Max Lowe comes back, and it's a fantastic problem to have, really. Really, we're going to have to drop one of Garner, Yates, or Colback, which seems stupid, but you're going to have to make way for Max Lowe. So we're going to have a really good midfielder on the bench. I think even just a few months ago, we would have said it would have been Garner that would have been dropped out, but he's come back into his own. And even still, we've got the likes of Hader and Cafu, and Cafu's not as good as those, but he's still an option. So it's great that we've got that kind of issue now to have. So I could see Fauna getting a loan spell, and also like the likes of Figueiredo. He's been wanting to leave kind of for a while, go back to Portugal. And he's been a good servant to us. He's been with us for about 5 years now, Figs. So he's been a good servant. But I think out of all the centre backs, he's a good player, Figs. But out of all of them, I think he is the one that has probably got a mistake in him at times, which he has done before. And I don't think he's not really going to get much better than he already is. So maybe it wouldn't be the bad time to move him on. Maybe in the summer or even now. I probably would keep hold of him though.
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, I do actually agree with that. Keeping Fig won't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
But then I can see, obviously, personal reason, as well. But yeah, completely agree. I mean, where else would you want to see us like strengthen if we could do?
I mean, I think this is the thing. Signing the Labour guy from Toronto. He's not an out left back. He's more of a right back, but he can play on the left as well. And I presume if he's going to play, it probably will be. When Lowe and Spence are playing, they don't normally get substituted. But it's going to be interesting to see whether he actually plays that much. It looks like it's going to be happening, this transfer. And he looks quite a fast player, which is a similar kind of player to Spence and Lowe, particularly Spence, of course. And we need that depth, like we've seen without Lowe. We've been having to play Colback out of position, and he doesn't do a bad job there, but he's not his actual position. And really, the biggest issue is we suffer in midfield with that Colback playing there. We're going to play, obviously, 2-2 has gone back to Arsenal today, which is definitely the right thing to do because his legs are made of glass, really. Other than that, we were really having to improvise at times with who plays at left back. And obviously, the one game against Borough, we had to play back there, and he was a little bit out of his depth, really. So, it's definitely a good move if we can get a fullback in. But really, I would say a left back. But the reason why I mention Toronto fullback is because if he's going to be signed, you don't really see how a left back can fit in either because you can't really have both on the bench. And I suppose you've got to have a centre half there as well. When we did play 3 centre backs at the start of the year, we didn't have a centre back on the bench. We just had Bong on the bench, I think. Hopefully for us, that means that Bong isn't going to be on the bench anymore.
Yeah.
But still, I think the Canadian guy will probably be more of a left back. That's really going to be the main. We're definitely thinner when it comes to left back than right back. And he said, if Lowe was to get injured again, or if he was to get recalled, which I don't think he will do, we can just play him there. So I would say left back, but my issue is I don't really know how. I don't want us to be stockpiling players because they won't be able to all play. We've got a striker in. At the very least, it's 3 strikers now. And again, it's a bit like with Figueiredo. I don't know what the future is for Lyle Taylor anymore. He's a great guy, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to really get into the team anymore. I'll still keep hold of him because it's just an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great that we're just getting it done early, really, all this business.
Yeah, definitely. It is. Touching up on the Arsenal game again. Obviously, I mean, they will be coming into this game so a little bit, not in a heartbroken after the game against Man City last week. I mean, I don't know if you watched it or not, but
Yeah,
they were really, really unfortunate to lose it, especially with the referee. I mean, we always say it
yeah,
all the time about
yeah,
different conversation is about the referee and how bad they are. I mean, they're probably going to be coming to the City ground thinking, "Hope we don't get another bad ref." But then,
yeah. I mean, I think it's Craig Paulson's going to be the referee I
yeah,
saw. But it's Arsenal have always been a bit of a banter club over the last few years. Whenever they're a bit of a meme at times, but this season they've obviously had a similar start to Forest, a very poor start. They lost the first three games, and it looked like Arteta was on the brink, and they were in a bit of free fall. But I mean, they haven't just come just to get like top eight. They're fighting for the Champions League, which would be ultimately their goal. But they are doing a lot better this season, Arsenal. But I think we're seeing they're not quite at the level to beat the real top sides in the way they did. So they're going to be looking at us and thinking, right, well, it's Forest in the Championship. We should be getting a result here quite easily. And that might work against them being a bit cocky like that. And given the fact that we're in a great place right now. I mean, potential for three straight defeats out of nowhere for us, but one of them was against Arsenal, so I'm not too disappointed when it comes to that. But I think Forest have got to look at it really like we're going to be playing Arsenal again next season, but in the league,
yeah,
because that's what we'd all love to happen. Even though it would be very difficult in the Prem. It's what Forest want and where Forest need to be really. If you base it off history, if you base it off the size of the club and the fan base, we have it all for the top flight, and I don't think we're hugely far away. I mean, we are seeing squad depth is a bit of an issue, but we're sorting that. So I think it would be amazing to see us in the Prem because someone my age, I've never seen us there. I mean, it's crazy to think that really with all of our history. But I do think Arsenal will be hoping for a result, of course, especially after losing the last match and both been quite a while since we both played. Really, and it would have been over a week. So it'd be interesting to see how it happens.
definitely. What scoreline would be on Sunday?
Hmm. I mean, I've been very positive this season, apart from the Heaton days. I mean, I really don't know what to say. Like, I could maybe see us really giving them a game, or I could see them beating us quite easily. Unfortunately, I do think it probably will be an Arsenal win, to be honest. I think I'll go 3-1 Arsenal. Just as long as we give them a good game, it's all I want. I don't want us to get hammered like we did against Wolves and Fulham. Just give them a good game at least. But for me, the league is our priority. But if we're to beat them again like we did a few years ago, that'd be absolutely amazing. But it'd just be a bonus if we were to get a result.
Definitely. So that's it. Thanks for Rads for coming on.
No problem.
So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye.